Hi there, and welcome to episode 44 of the Digital Marketing Masters podcast. And we're creeping up to almost 1 year, and I hope that this podcast has provided you some kind of value in your business. And if it did, I would like to hear about it. And if it didn't, I would also like to hear about it and how can I can improve. I'm all about constructive criticism. So drop me a line. You can mail me at Yolanda at yolandarose.com or send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. My Instagram profile is Yolanda Rose 7 and my Facebook page is Yolanda Rose again. So I would love to connect with you guys and see how this podcast has been helping you. So as always, I am a digital marketer and I help small businesses like you guys grow your platform online to get more leads, get more sales, and utilize all of the platforms that are available to us that weren't even here or maybe 10, 15 years ago, and to get the best out of that. And every week, I bring you easy, actionable tips, content, and strategies that you can use to grow your business online almost immediately. And today, we are talking about video. And we're specifically talking about some of the trends that occurred this year and are most likely to happen in 2020 as well. So if you haven't been implementing video in your marketing as yet, it is something that you seriously have to consider. As you know, if you're in the digital marketing game, it's an ever-changing environment. And video marketing trends come and go. And sometimes this happens very, very quickly. But that doesn't mean that they should not be explored. The key here is to ensure that whatever you're doing fits into your business strategy and has a good chance of working for your audience. So one of the biggest trends that we've seen this year is that video is becoming more searchable. Just as social networks have integrated video into their core offerings, so too has search engines like Google. And you can even go to Google, especially if you're on desktop. You go to Google and you do a search, and you'll find that the top 3 findings, you'll find a little strip under your search bar will be of video, YouTube videos specifically. And over the past few years, videos have edged closer to the top of the organic search results, whereas right now it's at the top. It's right at the top. And things are going to be progressing even further. Google has announced that they will be using artificial intelligence to identify snippets of video-related search queries and have these autoplay on the search results page. Now that is powerful. This will make video even more important to effective search optimization for brands and businesses. It will also increase the importance of optimizing your video content for search results, just like you would an article you're hoping that will rank well in search. But it's a continuation of the importance of video. It is the continuation of the importance of video is to the discovery of your business or brand. So a pro tip that I have for you guys is if you're not on YouTube, now would be a good time to start. Because as we know, Google and YouTube, they're one in the same. And obviously, Google is going to push YouTube search well above everybody else. So if you're not on YouTube yet, consider the platform if it's a good footing for your business or brand. And if you are on YouTube, you need to start optimizing your YouTube videos for search. And there's a few simple things you can do. For example, rename your video file using a target keyword. Or even somehow find a way to insert your keyword naturally into the video title. Look at your video descriptions below the video, and you got to start optimizing those as well. And even below the description, you'll have the tag bar, and you need to start tagging your videos with popular keywords that relate to your topic. The second trend that we find is with training and education videos. Now, this is been expanding and will continue to expand. Training and education are already a huge sector of the internet that utilizes video. If we look at platforms like Masterclass, Skillshare, and even video tutorials that you can find for free on Facebook or that get charged through various sites on the internet. This trend is going to continue to grow, and I feel that brands and businesses that sell products that start with creating their own content to teach people how to use those products. This could work for anything actually, whether you're service related or you're selling an actual product. If you can demonstrate to your potential audience how your product works, train them how to use it, it's more likely you're going to be generating more clients online. The really interesting thing about this trend is that people increasingly already go and look for videos, answer these how to questions more often now than they do in the past. I find myself doing it, in fact. For how to questions, videos are justifiably a far more useful content. Getting into the CBD business, well, not so much is it business, but I'm exploring the world of CBD here in South Africa. So I'm all about buying the seeds, popping the seeds, propagating, and all of these terms that you will find with growing your own marijuana. And I go to YouTube, and this is how I do it: how to pop seeds, how to grow cannabis hydroponically, how to use the nutrients, how to cure, how to process, how to. I'm using it myself, and more people are doing the same. My guess is that at some point we will see more of this coming out. Even the small business owner running from home, you can create these how-to videos and demonstrate your product and get people familiar with your product before they even walk into your store or even go onto your website. The third trend that has been identified is that of stories. These stories, they show up just for 24 hours. So they only exist for a certain period of time, and they've become the new form of vlogging, mainly because they're mostly done in the moment and it's low fidelity and doesn't really require editing. So it's completely natural. So they've lowered the bar for people who have always wanted to be video personalities. So if you're an Instagram or a Snapchat user, you probably noticed that some of your friends have become amateur video personalities. And we'll see the style of video continue to gain momentum as platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and even Medium introduce these kind of temporary video formats. So similar to podcasts, one of the reasons that this is such an exciting platform is that people will watch and aren't going to be overly picky about what they see and the quality that they expect. So this means that we could even see things advertised within these streams of video. Podcasts have sort of done this sort of midstream style of advertising quite successfully. And they're usually presented by the show's presenter, and sometimes it can be a live to tape or off the cuff. They work because with these personality-based types of content, most viewers or listeners are there because they have an intimate connection with the presenter or the personality. So seeing or hearing them recommend a product is really effective. So as advertisers look to invest more in this style of advertising, expect to see these temporary stories really take off in 2020. And the fourth trend that we're seeing is that platforms are integrating more types or increasing the types of video dimensions that they allow on their platforms. So as more video platforms get introduced, the preference for video dimensions, whether your video is square, horizontal, or vertical, these dimensions are going to expand. So with Snapchat and Instagram stories, vertical video has increased in popularity dramatically. In fact, YouTube and Facebook videos support it. But IGTV, which is Instagram's video platform, hit a wall when they tried to push its users to upload vertical video content. And we found that a lot of people ended up taking videos directly off YouTube, rotating it 90 degrees to fit the vertical dimensions required by Instagram TV. And due to the low usage of IGTV, Instagram has announced that they will support normal horizontal videos in IGTV. So a similar journey has been undergone with Square Video. At one point, it was thought that the Square format performed better on Facebook and was more fit for Instagram, but whose content was usually posted and rendered into Square. But since then, the platform has started supporting photos in broad dimensions and videos as well. So Square Video is generally less present on Facebook, and it's a trend that YouTube has never fully embraced. So we will see more Square videos in the next 12 months going into 2020, or we will see things return back to the normal dimensions. So is vertical video still good? Well, we don't know. It's crushing it right now, but we're gonna wait to see in 2020. And trend number 5, we will all be watching videos very silently back in the day, like Charlie Chaplin. The only thing, it's going to be in color and high def and lots of stamps and images and stuff like that. But more people are watching videos silently. When Facebook introduced its autoplay feature, which automatically plays videos within your stream with no sound, that was a real game changer. Although it did later admit that it was counting a minimal amount of seconds as full views, no matter how long or short the video was, the idea of watching videos without sound caught on. But I'm not too sure if Facebook ever thought ahead when it came to this, as to predict that people would elect to watch whole videos without turning on the sound. But that's what ended up happening. And as publishers created videos with subtitles and enough animations and imagery to give context over what they are watching with no need to actually turn on the sound. So now we find that Instagram autoplays videos in its feed because Facebook owns Instagram. But the same thing is happening. We find that on a LinkedIn platform, Twitter, and even YouTube. So as autoplaying videos continue, so does the consumption of videos with no sound. So that being said, there will be more showing and not so much explaining. And it is a trend that will evolve and continue in video content. Video allows us to do more than just provide an explanation in text or as a voiceover. It can allow us just to show what things look like, how they work, what are they made of, and how they can fit into your life. And sometimes it can happen with absolutely no words at all. So these are the 5 big things that I feel that are going to really go into strongly in 2020. And if we can get a hold of it now, master it now, and in the future, these trends are going to really elevate our brand, increase our engagement, and thereby increase our lead generation and increase our sales. So that's it for me on the Digital Marketing Masters podcast. I'll talk to you next week.